Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel today. In today's video, we're talking about arranged marriages. People arrange marriages for their children, for their daughter, and for their son. Is it good or is it bad? From your own opinion, is arranged marriage a good thing or is it a bad phenomenon? So, in the comment section, if you're just joining, let me know if arranged marriage from your own perspective is good, or if it is not good, also let me know. Recently, I was talking to somebody outside of Nigeria. Precisely, I traveled to India and I was speaking with a lady who I thought was she was of age. And I asked her why she was not married because I saw that other ladies that were of her age were married at that particular age, at that particular time. So she told me clearly that she was not married because she was not ready. So I asked her other questions. She said when she's ready, her parents are going to get a husband for her. I mean, yeah, a husband for her. In fact, the way she said it precisely that her mother, that function was the function or the role of her mother. So, and then she went on and on to talk about arranged marriage. So she said in the arranged marriage that happens in India, the parents will they will introduce the children and the husband together. They will be the lady and the man. They will introduce them, they will make their findings, and then they will introduce them to themselves. After introducing them to themselves, they will go ahead and then they will talk about other things and then they allow them to interact to see if they are compatible or not. So if they are compatible, they allow them to go on with their life. If they are not compatible, they will not get married. So that was what she said. So that is an example of arranged marriage, which I noticed in India. So the question I want to put forward to us is that you viewers that are listening to me and watching me today, what is your own feeling or what is your take about arranged marriage? And that is why I brought this arranged marriage issue to this channel of families and relationship. Now, let me give you some data about arranged marriage. According to a 2012 study by the Statistic Brain, 53% of marriages are arranged worldwide. There's a statistics that say that in 2012, 53% of marriages globally are arranged. And then the global divorce rate for arranged marriages at that time was said to be 6.3%, as compared to the marriages that are not arranged that has higher percentage of failure. And then we see from here that this data or statistics shows us that arranged marriages they last longer than the marriages that are not arranged. So now, South Korea has the highest number of arranged marriages. That is South Korea. The arranged marriages in South Korea are more in number. And then, apart from South Korea, in India, 90% of Indian marriages are arranged. I attended a marriage in India where a lady that was less than 24 years old got married to a guy, and then the marriage was a good one. There was no meat, didn't take meat at the marriage, and that was because the culture at that time, the culture in India forbids the eating of meat at such events. So, at such events that you make public, if you eat meat in India, eat it in your home. Don't bring it outside to tell people that you are eating meat because that can cause trouble for you. So that was that about what I saw at that time in India. So 90% of Indians have arranged marriages, and polls show that despite that they have arranged marriages in India, the most of the marriages were successful. Higher initial success rate also is said to happen in arranged marriages, but later on there's a failure of the arranged marriage, according to another studies. Arranged marriage is a tradition in societies of the Indian subcontinent, and it continues to account for an overwhelming majority of marriages in the Indian subcontinent. One of my acquaintances in this same India was asking me that how do we do it in Nigeria, and I explained to him that my family, they are not the one that will tell me who I'm going to marry, that I have a role to play by which I will bring the person I want to marry home, and then I get married to whoever I wish to marry. The only thing I do is I introduce the individual to the family, and then everything goes on. So the guy was surprised and he said, it doesn't happen that way. He got married last year and he told me the process that led to his marriage. He met his wife. In fact, he didn't meet his wife himself. Somebody came and told him that this lady has he considered her. The lady usually will be in a circle of influence to be somebody he knows because in India they live a kind of communal life. They live a life of a kind of family living life. So everybody is like a brother, a sister. They are close, closely knit. So some friends and some family people will look at them and they will look at it that they are they are good to go. They are compatible. And these people, after seeing that they are compatible in their own thinking because they know the man, they know the guy, so they will speak to the guy that go ahead and speak to this girl. And the family also will know about it. Most times, the family members are going to do carry out some research and consultation with the friends of the guy and with the guy himself. And another thing about the Indians is that they don't hide things from themselves. If you don't want anybody to know something, don't tell an Indian from my own personal experience. Because if you tell them, they don't see it as a secret. They will talk about it. This individual said this individual said this. So that is how they live their life. So a guy's father or a girl's father or mother can talk to his friends about the girl he's going to marry. And then when they determine who he's going to marry, they themselves will talk to him. Then the friends too will talk to him. So it's like the pressure is coming from the friend, the advice also is coming from the parents. So everybody has agreed. The only person who is here to agree, who is here to know, is the guy or the girl. So eventually, the guy or the girl get to know, and then they go ahead to get married. From what I saw in India from personal experience, I see that they have a good life. I didn't see case of marriage issue or anything. Everything was cool with their marriage. That is arranged marriage compared with the marriage in we hear about in Britain, in America, where the parents particularly have no say. The girl, the guy can just go ahead and get married to whoever he wants to get married to, and do whatever he wants to do. And the police and everybody hold on and said it's a free world. He has his life to live. He has everything to do, and then they go ahead and do whatever they want to do, which doesn't happen in India. You don't just take decision on your own in India or in some other countries where they have arranged marriages. In Africa, also in some homes, there's this arranged marriage. Arranged marriage can only be successful when the parents and the children have close rapport and the children have great respect for their parents such that anything they tell them, they do. I watched a film recently, a Yoruba film, and the lady said, yeah, the elderly man that her father wanted her to marry, she doesn't like him. But since that is the father's choice, she cannot say no. And I looked at it and I said, wow, this is good. The lady so much respected and had confidence in her parents. And she said, since this is what my parents want me to do, I cannot say no. They are my parents. I must do what they want me to do, even though I have somebody else I love. But these are the people, this is the individual that my parents asked me to get married to. And then the lady eventually, the movie went on. Now I want to move on to talk about the advantages of arranged marriage. What are the advantages of arranged marriages? Number one is cultural and family support. because the family members are the one that arrange the marriage. They are going to support the marriage. They will be interested in the marriage, in the success of the marriage. But in the other case where the families are not involved, in fact, in some cases the mother will say, "Oh, my dead body," the father will say, "No, you can't marry the person." The guy went on and married. So when they have crisis in the home, who do they go to ask to settle the crisis? They have nobody, they have no backbone. So they just have to manage themselves and go on. So in case of arranged marriages, there's strong family support, and this family support can provide stability and a sense of security. So for arranged marriages, it was arranged by some people. So those people will be monitoring the marriage to make sure it works. They will support them financially, to support them culturally, they will support them in every way that they can. Families often ensure compatibility in forms in terms of values, religion, and socioeconomic status. So in arranged marriages, they will not arrange a marriage between some people of different religion. They will not arrange a marriage between people of different cultures because what are they arranging there? So the arranged marriage is between people of similar culture, similar tradition, or the same culture, the same tradition. Apart from this, they also look at people that come from the same area and they have the same belief. And apart from this, the socio-economic strata also is very, very key. So you look at people that are rich, you arrange the marriage between the rich and the rich, they arrange between the poor and the poor, and between the middle class and the middle class. You don't arrange marriage between the very rich and the very poor. It is not done. So that is that about that. The second advantage of arranged marriage is long-term commitment. It makes for long-term commitment because a lot of people are involved. There is often a focus on long-term compatibility and commitment rather than short-term attraction. So the people that arrange the marriage and everybody involved, they look at the long term, not just what is happening around the immediate. So divorce rate in arranged marriages can be lower in some cultures due to the emphasis on commitment and family pressure. So the family members help to monitor the wife and the husband. The family members from the other side also help to monitor the wife and the husband and the wife. So there's no way they can miss it. If the husband is making some steps that he does not want to have love to make, they will call him to order. Then in most arranged marriages also, the children or the married couple live around the home. They live around the home. They live, in fact, for the avoidance of doubt, in the Indian marriage system, if the man is walking around where his parents are, he's going to bring his wife to his parents' home and he's going to live there. In fact, they will have children there, they will give birth there until maybe their children have reached 15 years or thereabout before they can let them go. Except again if the man rents a house in another place. Even in such cases, at the earliest opportunity of a holiday or a break, the man and the woman and their children and their family, they are back in the father's home again. There's a shared goals and values that the couples have. Couples are most likely to share common goals and values, as families typically match them based on these people that they have advised in a wrong advantage of arranged marriage is reduced pressure of finding a partner. That lady I was talking to, she has finished her masters in the university partner. In fact, she said her father and mother wanted to find a partner for her. She told them it's not on her. She is not the one that will find a partner. It is the parents that will find the side benefit of arranged marriage is economic and social stability. The couples are and they're also going to have economic stability because of the arrangement of the marriage. Before they arrange the marriage between them, they know the capacity of the man, they know the capacity of the woman. And let me say something again because when I visited India, it was a university I visited, and I was speaking to some students. And there are some courses some people come to study in the university. Why are they studying those courses? It's not because the family is rich and well to do and they are comfortable, and the students are not so academically inclined. But because they want to get married to somebody who is a graduate, they have to come and have similar degree. They marry so a guy that will not arrange to marry a girl that finished university, and the same thing in the same way that we see. So these are some of the advantages of arranged marriages that we have. So now I'm going to look at the disadvantages of arranged marriage some of this is about the question that they have their best interests at heart. And in India, for example, they don't just believe, they see it clearly. So whatever they say in the area of marrying, area of anything, they tend to follow and to believe in them. Then number two disadvantages of arranged marriages is pressures and expectations. High expectations from families can there might be less tolerance for relationship issues or failure, as family reputation is often at stake. I also do not agree with this disadvantage. There is no pressure you brought me and the woman together. So what pressure are you expecting? It is even you that should be under pressure. If anything happens, I will say you people that arrange this marriage are the one. So that is another point. So arranged marriage have no disadvantage. Then another issue with arranged marriage is compatibility issue. This compatibility issue is talking about that despite best efforts, families might not always get it right, leading to compatibility issues. Couples might not have enough time to get to know each other before marriage. I do not agree with this also. Yeah, compatibility, even people that have been dating for long, when they get into the house, they still show themselves their true color. And then you'll be wondering that is this the person I've been dating? Is this the person I've been moving along with? This is because of this. So this compatibility issue that people are talking about, I do not agree with it. Because the cultural norm already have prepared them for arranged marriage. So anything that comes with it's like in the Muslim circles in the north of Nigeria, anything that happens to any man, he says is the will of God. He believes that that is the will of God. That is what God wants to happen to him or her. So in this case, saying that there will be compatibility issue, I do not understand what that means. The other thing, disadvantage of this arranged marriage is emotional disconnect. The initial lack of emotional connection can make it challenging to build a strong romantic relationship. I do not, this is talking about something else again here, that there's no emotional connection. Even people that have been dating for long, the boy may be pretending just to get the girl, the girl may be pretending just to get the boy. When the girl say yes, when everything, until when they get to marry, when they are dating, they never see, the lady never um, passed, she never had passed gas or what is called mess in the presence of the man. The guy also had never passed gas. Everywhere, anytime perfume, they wear perfume anytime they are meeting. When they come to the house, everybody comes in his best state. But when they get married now, it is a different ball game. So arranged marriage even have enough of emotional connection because the parents assure them, this is how I did mine, this is how you are going to do yours. The brothers and sisters assure them, you just do this. So when there's anything, they can quickly run back to those people that arrange the marriage, that encourage them to come in. And those people have their best interest at heart. You don't want to fail. So they will support them. But in the other case, where the marriage is not arranged, the boy himself was the one that found the girl and then he went ahead. And let's assume that the boy or the girl is pretending. When the chips are down, then they don't know how to go about it. The next thing about arranged marriage, which is a disadvantage according to what I'm looking at here, is cultural and generational gap. It is said that traditional values and modern perspectives can clash, especially if the individuals have been raised with different views on marriage and relationship. I've said it, I have stayed in India for a while. I visited India and I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. You see the way they bond, you see everything, way everything goes. You will know that this is quite interesting. If you have watched Indian films, you see that the grandmother and the grandfather they are living in the same house. The children and the other children they are living in the same house. All the children have their rooms in the same house. They are working in the same town. Their wives are there, and they have sections where everybody lives, and they build big houses. And this one is this. The father is there. The father is here. The children have their wife and children here. Another one is there. Another one is here. Another one is here in the same building, and they have different flats in the same family. And when it's time to eat, they all come out together. In fact, you need to see the students, Indian students in the university where I visited. You see the way they eat, the way they do everything. It is with the Africans that this one we say is this. We the Africans, I'm telling you, in fact, my eyes saw Pepe. The Africans, someone that I took to the canteen, that I got there first before he took to the canteen, took everywhere, showed him everywhere. He want to go and eat, he would even tell me he will go on his own. He will go and eat. Eventually, you have to part ways, everybody doing his own thing. Now we are staying together, we cook together, They're supposed to cook together. The Indians will cook together. They will eat together. They will speak together. They will do everything together. Africans is not like that. Everybody want to be your guy. Want to be doing his own. So I don't know about the whites also. Maybe the whites eat out, even though they eat in. Everybody also doing his own thing the way he wants to do it. But in the case of the Asians, they have a good communal lifestyle. So I don't know what you're talking about cultural and generational gaps. It doesn't exist. It's not a disadvantage because when they are matchmaking them and they are arranging the marriage, they take note of the cultural and the generational gap before they bring them together and to make them to become one. They make sure that they are compatible. They make sure they are compatible. It is arranged marriage, friends, parents, family relations. They have been watching them. They have been knowing this girl, she has finished school now. This is who she is. I have a guy, this is how he is. And that's why they introduce them. And then it's not just that they will force them that you must marry him. No. They will now give them the chance to meet themselves. When they meet themselves, they will interact and they will give feedback if they want to go ahead or not. So it's not that they arrange it and they must take it by force, hook, line, and sinker. No, they have the option to get back and to say no to that. Now, there is another person I've written here that there's potential for abuse in arranged marriages. They say in some cases there may be an imbalance of power leading to potential emotional or physical abuse. That is possible, but it is not common in arranged marriages because it is not the man that brought the marriage about. It is not the woman that toasted the man. It is not the man that toasted the woman. It is the family members, that is the friends, the relations, the well wishers that look at them. So you see, I was going out with the family one of those days when I visited India, and as we're driving out, somebody in the gate of the neighborhood or of the estate where we entered, he stopped them and he said, "They have been seeing me in the car. We go out and we come in. That who am I?" Then they told him that, oh, I'm a visitor from Africa and I came to do something here and like that, this and that. And then we are moving out together, going and coming. And then they said, okay. So as we're going, the man told me that that man is not their family member, but is a father in the community. So he's in the community. He doesn't know him. He doesn't know his parents, but here he's a father. So he's a father to every young person. All these TSDs, but in most African countries, all those have been eroded. Can an elderly man sit down and call the youths going and challenge them that where are you going? Or I've seen cases where they told some ladies in Africa, Nigeria precisely, go back and dress. The ladies start shouting, who are you? Are you my father? Are you my this? Are you my that? You can't try that in some places. You are going to be dealt with because people are going to call your attention and they are going to take it up with you. So these are some of the issues I want to discuss about arranged marriages. If you have any questions or any comments about arranged marriages, let me know in the comment section of this video. And then I'm going to come your way again tomorrow, same time and same station here, same TV, same YouTube channel, same time tomorrow. I will be coming live and direct to talk about another aspect of marriage. So this channel is talking about marriage and relationships. Go ahead, look at other videos about this marriage, and you are going to be glad you did. So now, is arranged marriage good or is it bad? Now, in most places where arranged marriage is practiced, there are some foundation that are on ground. Places where it is not practiced, there are some things that are not on ground. So should everybody in the whole world now start doing arranged marriage, or should everybody in the whole world stop doing arranged marriage? What is your view? Let me know your view in the comment section. Until I come your way again tomorrow, same time, same YouTube channel. Bye bye.